Hello, my name's Evelyn Field. I'm a speaker, psychologist, author and media psychologist. I work with youngsters and adults. I've had many years of experience speaking about school and workplace bullying, stress, anger and dealing with difficult people. I've had lots of experience talking about communication skills and relationships at home and at work. This DVD is a selection of my work. You will see that my presentations are practical, packed with information and entertaining. Good. Well, look, I'm Evelyn Field. Thank you very, very much for coming along. I'm a psychologist. I have a general practice, though as the years have gone on, I tend to see more kids who are bullied or adults who are bullied. My first book is Bully Busting, which has sold over 20,000 copies. It's in Italian, Croatian and Arabic. And even though it was hard to get that book published, I did find a publisher, and it's in America, it's in the UK and around the world.
Now joining us for the first time is 9AM's very own resident psychologist, Evelyn Field. Now Evelyn will cover topics that relate to relationships, especially the men in our lives.
Evelyn?
Good morning, David. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning to you.
Let's talk about it. Let's say you've been in a relationship for 18 years, I think it's been. It's 18 years. It's all going smoothly, surely.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No, there are ups and downs.
Geez, it feels like it is. But it's not, is it? You actually still have to put in effort, don't you?
Absolutely. You have to check it all the time. Just like at work, you know, you have business meetings to check how things are going, and you should have meetings with your partner to see how the relationship's going. Because often we don't communicate what we're really thinking and feeling, and it builds up inside. And
so what's a way to stop it building up inside? I mean, if you're having trouble because you feel your husband or your wife isn't helping or isn't pulling their weight, that can sometimes lead to a bit of animosity and a bit of
absolutely.
ill feeling.
And we've got to talk, and we've got to listen, and we've got to negotiate, and we've got to get our act together, and we've got to keep on doing it all the time.
So how do you bring it up?
Well, I think we should have family meetings, just like we have meetings at work, to talk about what's been happening, how things are going, and things we want to do. And if we've got any things that we're upset about, to say that and to see what we can do about it. And if we're happy with something and proud of something and pleased by something, to say, you know, I really loved you bringing me a cup of tea in bed the other day, or, you know, I'd love to go walking with you regularly. And I think we've just got to constantly work at it. Otherwise, I think marriages just fall apart.
Michelle's what parenting experts call a cotton wool mum, wrapping her kids up and protecting them from every conceivable danger modern life has to offer.
I think we're moving from a village, community, neighbourhood type of society to everyone in their little boxes behind their little fences. And whatever we have, we tend to guard more.
Child psychologist and author Evelyn Field says by cocooning our kids, we may be doing more harm than good.
Children are losing out on that opportunity to learn that they're able to cope with life's ups and downs, and to learn that they've got the skills to deal with them.
So do you think some parents are overprotective of their children? Well, you can let us know what you think on our website.
On the left, you've got a mummy and a daddy with a kid, who's grown up. You've got a mummy and daddy, and they've got 3 kids. And there's this kookaburra, got him in Queensland last year. Okay, so the next thing is how do we release our feelings? Right, that's an interesting one. I'd like to find out. And I'm going to get a little bit of help, right?
I count up to 10 and just say calm now.
Very good, all right.
If I feel really angry, I might punch the pillow, but I might just lie down.
Very good.
Well,
I think each one of us is going to grieve in our own way. We've got to do what's right for us. Hopefully we can do it with our partner, with our children, with the grandparents and with our friends. The trouble is that, you know, men grieve in one way and women grieve in another way. Women want to talk and they want to be heard and they want to cry. Men want to just press their reset button and move on and go and dig in the garden or something like that. And what you find is that some couples are not giving each other the support they require.
Because it does put huge strain, doesn't it, on relationships and marriages?
Oh, absolutely.
I did read some statistics. I just can't think of them at the moment, but a huge percentage of marriages fall apart after they lose a child.
Absolutely right, because what they're not doing is they're not working together in mourning. They're not going to the cemetery together. They're not praying together. They're not talking about it. Now, I don't mean they have to do everything together, but what about plant a rose tree in his or her name in the garden, lighting a few candles, saying a prayer or a poem together occasionally, or just going through the photo album and saying, oh, do you remember when?
Can you do it once more? Because I want to show you the play. Yeah.
Yeah, wanker.
Oh, thanks for that. That's better than what my brother called me this morning. Okay, want to try another one?
No, I might go a little bit brief. Go on. Prostitute.
Sorry. You can do it again.
Prostitute.
I get very well paid.
Welcome back to 9am. We pick up where we left off last week, talking with our resident psychologist Evelyn Field about the pain of losing a child and the effect that it has on relationships. Evelyn, thanks for coming in again.
Hi, Evelyn.
Of course, last week we were talking about Mildura specifically and how those families were trying to cope with their loss, and you revealed to our audience that you'd lost a child as well, and we were sort of halfway through a conversation really, and we were cut short of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this, and I was trying to get my head around this. The grief never goes away, does it?
That's right, David. And what happens is that people say they're stages, and Elizabeth Kubler-Ross has done a lot of wonderful work, but she was studying people with long-term cancer, and she looked at how they were going through that process. So, you know, people say there are stages. So what? For 1 month I'm in confusion and denial, then another month I'm angry and I'm sad, and then another month I'm mourning, and then another month I move on. No, I don't think it happens like that. I think we go through an incredible whirlpool of feelings. So there is a sense of disbelief, there's a sense of, you know, guilt, you know, maybe I could have done more, and anger, why did it happen? You know, maybe they should have done something or other to stop that happening. And I think as time goes on, there's that sadness, of course there's the crying, you know, the sense of loss, and eventually, you know, there are some better days and some better moments, and then you find yourself going 3 steps forward and 5 back. And then, you know, a few years you think, oh, well, yeah, I'm coping, and then you read something in the newspaper, or there's a birthday, an anniversary, and it all comes back. So I don't think that there are just stages. I think that we go through a really hard time at the beginning, and then as time goes on, there's still pain, but it's not every day.
Psychologist Evelyn Field agrees.
I think many people have got a program in their head that says, I can't do it. If I try once or twice, I will fail.
She says low income equals low self-esteem, and that results in low success.
Because things go wrong all the time. They don't have the support, they don't have the understanding, they don't have the finances, perhaps a regular job.
So what do? We identify, we quantify, and then we release. We use the I word, we might use taste, we might use humour, we might use something physical, walking around the block. Anything physical to release the feeling, or verbal to say it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for looking at my DVD. I look forward to hearing from you and arranging presentations designed to suit your audiences.